drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your glass for some water. Get your picture of that water. Lift that picture of that water. Now, simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, live, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch. Move your body and drink some water. Stretch your body. Move your body and drink some water. Family, simply move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Just stay healthy though. Breathe, drink, eat, move, sleep. Culturally appropriate, of course. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on, drink it. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, drink your water, fam. Lift your glass, lift your glass, lift your glass. Drink some water. I forgot to send out the black signal. That's what I'm working on, family. So I'm trying to do all this at one time. But before we get hot up in this conversation, I want to send 2 shots out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there, those real dads out there. And also, I want to say happy birthday to Wisdom, right? I know you don't be watching the show, my oldest blood son. Let's say that. You know what I'm saying? From me, right? Happy birthday to you, Wiz. And, hopefully we'll be seeing each other soon. All right. So, let me go and type up this message. All right, daily toast time. Daily toast time. Come out and join us at Now I usually type in either the YouTube or the Spreaker. I usually put the Spreaker up in here because Spreaker is the major hub. Spreaker is the major hub for us. So I usually share the G&J broadcast podcast address bow on Spreaker, and then also lines will be open at 614-556-4535. Boom. That's it. Next, Daily Toaster List. Bow. Let's move. Launch campaign. So now it's launched. So now those that's on the Daily Toaster List have just now received the message. If you want to get on the Daily Toaster List, text text toaster to 25456. So we're gonna have to be making some major changes real soon. Like I said, I have a consultant now that's going to help me compile all of this Gye-Nyame stuff together so that we can start producing some income to support a lot of this stuff. Because like I say, we got to pay for this, and I'm trying to keep my life as uncluttered as possible. So let's bring some expertise in to help us pull some of this stuff together. So of course y'all know we're doing the toast, and then we're going to do our toast and talk. This is a toast and talk Imani, so lines will be open. Family, you are welcome to call in. I would suggest, although most of y'all don't, I would suggest that you call in after we do the toast and we conversate about whatever you want. Father Day related, the whole gay reparations thing that Navita let us know about yesterday. That was hot news. We should have posted it up first, but we didn't. So, I'm working on our media piece because, like I said, I get daily briefings as far as news. So, with Gye-Nyame, we got to start briefing our family daily on the news that we really need to be watching out for. And that shit right there caught me. And I'm like, wow. So, I'm going to have to read that article. As a matter of fact, let me look that article up. So, we're going to discuss it. Shouts out to Shaka. Shouts out to Miss Diamond. I see y'all out there. Let me see. Gay reparations. Because I'm on one. We have to be, when we start looking. The best way for me to defeat you is to take your attention. Right? Or to take some of your energy. And this is one of those pieces. And oftentimes, people that are being used don't even know that they're being used for this type of stuff because they think, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense, blah, 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 and they jump on. But we have to be aware, family. We got to be very conscious of this. There's going to be a lot of opposition. And many ways that they will present opposition is by, hey, let us join you and help you in doing this because we all have issues and we need to make it universal, blah, blah, blah. No, we need to make sure we get our stuff through first, and then we'll start looking at other stuff. So here we go right here. The case for gay reparations. This is an article in the New York Times. The case for gay reparation. Other countries are taking steps to atone for their shameful past treatment of LGBT people. The United States should do the same. So, on the cover picture, they have a black man holding a gay flag. And I want you to understand, family, look, I have no issues against that community. None. But we have to understand when roadblocks, diversions are being used to take the focus off of what we have been talking about. See, because what's going to start to happen now is that everybody else is going to start trying to group their grievances in with our reparations movement, and we cannot allow that. Right? We need to make sure that we stay center stage the whole way with this, because we have shared the spotlight for the last 40 years. All advancements we have made, we have allowed everybody else to jump on, and all of a sudden now we catching hell, and this comes back up right now in this time period, and we really need to deal with this, right? Because think about the wedge that this is going to be pushing into the movement, or at least trying to be pushed. So, like I said, if you look at the cover picture is a black gay man it's a black man with a gay flag sign, with a flag. Oh, beautiful, beautiful techniques. New York Police Department apologized last week to the gay community for 1969 raid on the Stonewall Inn, the fallout of which is widely credited with spurring the contemporary gay rights movement at home and abroad. Timed to coincide with Stonewall 50th anniversary, the statement by Commissioner James P. O'Neill said in part, the actions taken by the New York Police Department were wrong, plain and simple, and the actions and the laws were discriminatory and oppressive, and for that I apologize. The apology is the culmination of decades-old struggle by gay activists for recognition of wrongdoing on the part of the police, one that few activists thought could ever become a reality. With the surprise apology, the United States has taken its most significant leap yet into gay reparations. Our policies intend to address the legacy of state-sanctioned repression of homosexuals. Although relatively new to the United States, gay reparations has been debated and legislated around the world for close to 2 decades and is a logical progression in the maturation of the gay rights movement, having largely secured rights once thought to be virtually unattainable, especially same-sex marriage. Gay activists, especially in Western democracy, are turning their attention to addressing the historical legacies of homosexual repression. Family. Now, as Navita brought up the point yesterday, I bet you nobody laugh. I bet you nobody come out with no fly ass statements far as politicians and shit, because the one thing you have to salute the LGBTQ community about is their political activism. They will shut your ass down. And family is a stubborn minority. When people come up against our policies or the policies that's going to benefit our community, we have to follow suit. We need to shut it down. And what I'm doing right here, right now, I'm shutting it down, because this for us, this right now, I'm going to take this off the screen. This is not a discussion for us, because that is a struggle for the gay community. Our struggle is reparations for ADOS. Period. We're not colluding it and mixing it up with no. I know what Ms. Warren want to do. I know what Ocasio is talking about doing. I know what Cory Booker is trying to do. Fuck the universal. We want black. Say it. Say my name. Say my name. ADOS. Say my name, say my name. See, because they avoid saying our name. Why? Because if they push it through without saying your name, when it comes time to pay, they can always look at you and say, we didn't agree to that. We didn't agree to that. No. We didn't agree to that. And so we just want to end the bullshit in the beginning. We done been here. We want to end the bullshit. So now my phone is acting up. Hold on. Wow. If I can't get rid of you one way, I get rid of you another way. There we go. Boom. So I'm opening up the call-in lines. Thank you, Auntie. I'm trying. I'm trying because I got a major announcement. And I got a major announcement. We working on it right now. We got a consultant. I got a consultant. I'm consulting right now with a brother by the name of Philip Shock Matthews. He's gonna help me streamline some of the stuff that we got going on with Gye-Nyame Journey, so I can eliminate some of these bills that I don't necessarily need and increase productivity, as well as being able to offer something of value to the community. So our lines are open. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the toast. And family, like I said, if y'all want to call in, y'all can. If not, then I'm going to go on and get my meal prepared for 12 midnight because I am looking forward. So, Brother Hatem, what you going to have? Let me tell you. All right, so, we got that burrito bread. I cooked some chickpeas yesterday. Another chickpeas to last me all week. Me and my kids all week. So like I could make chickpea sandwich. Basically, it's like a tuna. It's a tuna replacement. We got Brother Shaka on the line. Hey Gina, come help me please. So I'm gonna make. Give me that. I'm gonna give me a red bell pepper hummus sandwich with the hummus, the bread, and all the vegetables on it. Wrap them up and set them out until about 12 midnight. I'm gonna have my first bite. Of course, I'm gonna do the Gye-Nyame egg too, and I will have that for in the morning for breakfast. And then, like I said, I got to go in and clean up so that I can start preparing the rest of my stuff because I'm trying to get stuff ready for the week because I already know how my appetite is going to be during the week. I'm gonna be my eyes are gonna be hungry, but I'm not gonna be able to consume everything that I want to do. All right, but Shaka, what's going on, brother? You called in.
Good day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who are present in the hearts of their children. Man, today is a huge day. It's the final performance of Aida for this run, at least.
Exactly. Say it like that.
So it's a very emotional day for the cast. And yesterday, in the receiving line, unbeknownst until later on, I didn't realize who it was, but I shook hands with Oprah Stedman, who came out to the show, and Kid Cudi's mom came out as well. But it's some huge folks coming out to celebrate this part of history in Cleveland. Of course, the Gye-Nyame House being the oldest African-American theater in the country, since I've joined the cast, has raised $3.5 million from the Gunn Foundation as well as the Cleveland Foundation, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. So I want to salute and to shout out to Brother Tony Sayers, who has been the strategist and the director behind this movement. Of course, before that, the Gye-Nyame House was looking to close. So, right now, in the spirit of resurrection and in the spirit of the Black Phoenix in the artist society that is moving towards the healing arts and solution-based media, especially in Cleveland, this is, a powerhouse for those things to be birthed and to be born. So, that's what's going on in my neck of the woods, and also needed to shout out that this is the first Father's Day that I'm able to
say it again. Come on, say it loud, man. Let me hear you. This is the first Father's Day. What?
This is the first Father's Day that I'm able to reach out and hug both of my children and to know that they're safe, that they're protected, that they and they know that they're loved by their father, and we're present in each other's lives. So for my daughter, who is 20, and my son, who is 8, this is a glorious and victorious day for us.
Now, family, I don't know if y'all know, but I mean, those that's been following us for a while, we know that Shaka has been in a very, very long struggle when it comes to this young lady, Miss Diamond, and so we get to celebrate Father's Day with the brother as he gets to celebrate Father's Day with his daughter, because y'all often heard him come on here. Now, come on now. Like I said, family, when I told y'all yesterday, I want people to be like kind of, hey, how's this porn libation? How's this toasting working? You know what I'm saying? We got shit happening all around us, family. It's just a matter of seeing it, right? Gina trying to learn about lights right now. So, family, so what we going to do so that we can continue conversations? We can have discussions about whatever y'all want, but let's kind of focus them in on dads. You know what I'm saying? Come and call in with some of your dad stories. You know what I'm saying? What makes your dad special? You know what I'm saying? If your dad is on the ancestor list. You know what I'm saying? Let's call in. Let's talk about dads today. Right? So here we go. First, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass and we salute that Creator and we say, Ashe. That's right. Thank you, Miss Gina. And from there, we move quickly to to our list of ancestors. I think I'm crippled. I hurt myself. The speaker done fell on me. We call on the list of our illustrious ancestors, starting with Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin the Tex, Anna Davis, Herman Brown, Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William, Walter, Christopher, Fanny Gasson, Eileen, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twigs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, Now Normal, Exapet, Maya Rob, Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf, Weston Elder, Ajani Elder, Ron Coleman, Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, James Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Wendelman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge, Melvin Del Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, B.D. Sale, Willa, Vita Farmer, Goso, Sue Shell, Harvey, I. Charmaine, I. Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Edgar Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lovina Hall, Freeman Banks, DeMay, Marcel Philip Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.C. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hadley Vester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didi Mon Aries, Gina Rook Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Waters, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scannerberry, Wilson Haley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Print Up Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Bradford, Thomas Bradley, Uncle Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstrong, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimbo Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Erin Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lily Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cooper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Baba Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Coker, George Swan, Imani Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, and on to the Black Book. And here we go. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Loretta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Ed Walker, Quasi Sapple, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Gardner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacy Trice, Denisa Gorey, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled Assen, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatt, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, and Teresa Sambu. Ah, okay, yes, Miss Diamond. I need a pen. Gina, can you find me a pen? My kids steal my pen. She said, can you please add my Aunt Maxine to the list? Does she have a last name, or you just want me to put Aunt Maxine? We have a new tribal member, a new spiritual tribal member, Aunt Maxine. Woo. Ooh, my kids and my pens. My pens and my kids. And I hate to be pulling them out because every time I pull them out, they disappear. That's not no damn pen. That's a pencil. I need a pen. We need to. All right, here we go. I don't remember last name, but okay, cool. So we'll just put in, Maxine. I like to put them on the list up above it so we can keep track. Boom. All right. So your Aunt Maxine is officially on the list, and we raise up our glass and we salute. And with that, we say, Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Oh my God. We move to the present moment, and man, in the moment is where all the fun is being had. Right now is where all our power is. Right now, Shaka is feeling the urgency of the moment because right now in this moment, he has worked through this whole thing. I'm on my last day of the fast. We are in the moment right now, family. And it's like building up. And it's like as we start recognizing the power of the moment, we start recognizing the power of our lives as individuals and especially as groups. Because in the moment is where all of our power lies. We're waiting for tomorrow, we failing. If we're crying about yesterday, we failing. We need to activate our moment now. So, and I know that sounds crazy. Activate the moment now, right? Boom. But you know, a lot of people don't live in the moment. We got to go and actualize our moment. We got to actualize our power in our moment. Stop waiting. What you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're waiting to pounce. Then I'm going to be quiet and let you just wait. You know what I'm saying? Because you're waiting for that right moment. Right? Imani is the principle of the day. And I'm asking everybody, listen. That's listening. Listen. Activate your reticular formation because you can find Imani active in our community today. And I'm not just talking about in the church. Take a picture. Record it, write an article about it, post it up on Gye-Nyame Journey Timeline. The page, not the group. The page, not the group. I'm grateful for the group, but because the group is its own entity. I mean, it's still us, but the group is its own thing. The page is what the public sees. The group is where we could talk privately about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta let people in the group. And we can, throw people out or whatever. The group is our thing. But the page is a public piece, and I want people to see. Hashtag Imani. Hashtag Imani found. Hashtag faith. Hashtag faith in action. However you want to do it, right? But start the day with hashtag Imani. Because right now, we're going to do a little campaign where we're going to be hashtagging these Nguzo principles. The power of the moment. Shouts out to Miss Jill Jackson. We ain't finished talking. That's cool. But here we go. So right now we are on Imani. Imani means faith. For those that don't speak the language, the day is Imani, a day of faith. Harmony is the demonic principle. Trust is the principle that we teach the young people, that we teach the children. It's called the Millennium 7. Red is the color. All right, couldn't find my red shirt this morning, so I fell out of tune one time, but I still got on the daily toaster though, right? Gender is the Hermetic law. Male name is Kwesi. Female name is Akusua.
That's me.
No, you are Albina. You are Albina. You born on the same day as I'm born, girl. What you talking about?
When is Albina?
Alma is on Nia. No, Alma's on Kumba. Who?
Abina.
Abina is on Kuji Chaklia. Your Kuji Chaklia baby. Identify what day you was born on. Faith and living in the moment. Ashe. So we lift up our glass as I sit up here and talk to Gina. As Gina try to figure this stuff out, because for some reason I feel that it's gonna be Gina that's gonna be taking over the Daily Toast when it's time for me to move on. So we lift up our glass and we salute our ancestors and we salute this moment and we say Ashe. From here we move and we salute our children, our children's children on to infinity. Family, children are all important. We have to take advantage of the now so that we can knock the roadblocks out the way, or at least knock them down some.
What about Minecraft?
You know what I'm saying? What?
What about Minecraft?
What about Minecraft? This is the wrong time. Gone. You just blew it. Gone.
Diamond was born on Friday. What is her?
She is a Fua. A Fua. A Fua. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
AFUA.
Right on.
Nia born. So we lifting up the Glass family. Oh yeah, Diamonds. Oh, I see her on here too. She just put it up here too. It's Afua, AFUA, Afua. And that day is Nia. You're Nia born, purpose, born on purpose, for purpose. All right, so here we go, family. We lifting up our glass to our children, our children's children, on to infinity, and we say Ashe. From there, we move in and we hit all of our relations, and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, family, where we go to the next place, and it's that selfish libation. What is it that you need right now? Come on, family. It's in the moment. Get it right now. What does it need for you to become the most powerful in this moment? We toast and we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, I toast the most magnificent, beautiful, uplifting, inspiring, perfectly formed, and the most wise in the room. And you know what that is? That's you. I lift my glass up to you and I salute you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I toast you, I toast you, I toast you. And now we get on with the conversation. Let me go and post up the number so that those that may be out there that want to join the conversation can call in and join the conversation, because you know this is our Toast and Talk Imani. These are the Toast and Talk shows. And on some of these shows, what's going to start happening is after the toast, we're going to start having some guests, and we're going to start interviewing people, right? Eventually, because like for example, I just found out that somebody that I know or that I'm familiar with is planning on running for city council. I want to have him on the show. You understand what I'm saying? Because the brother's for us, because his work in the community shows that he's for us. I want to have a conversation with him, and I want us to start, because we got to become politically savvy. We got to become politically skilled, and we got to become able to become king and queen makers in our community. And also, family, I'm really gonna be pushing for that. As far as the community, if we want people to speak out for us, we got to be able to feed them. You understand what I'm saying? We can't expect people to be working for the oppressor and then turn around and speak up against the oppressor. This is something backwards that's been going on in the conscious community for a long time. If we want individuals to be able to actually get out here and say what needs to be said, then we have to find a way to provide for them. The church has done it. Even though they're the individuals that may need to be speaking out and may be a little bit more public about it, are not doing it, because a pastor is supposed to be able to speak up for the congregation. That's what their role is. Not just speaking to the congregations, but speaking to the world about what is right and what is wrong, at least from their standard. And we have to develop that type of job, that type of responsibility in our community. And it can't be based on retirement. It can't be based. What it needs to be based on is that somebody is being fed and taken care of by the community. The Nation of Islam was decades ahead of everybody else with that. That's why their ministers are able to do what their ministers do in most cases, because they are able, especially in the big cities, they are able to not depend on anybody for their check but their people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if as far as the conscious community here, at least here in Columbus, here in Gye-Nyame, we need to create that space where that individual can be created, can be uplifted, and can be thrown out there. Go ahead, Shaka. Call in, Jim.
So, one thing that is that should be a major conversation, anyways, in terms of not just the paradigm, but shifting in the way that we move fundamentally. You were speaking of the pastors. Well, in church, their system of tithes regards your physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual well-being, or it should. Okay? The thing that is different in my logic model regarding tithes is that E is replaced from emotional to economic because of where we are, number one, in America, number two, where we are in this era. All right? And just to reiterate what you just said, if we can't feed the people, then how do we expect for them to put in work if there's no reciprocal? You understand? So, in building village and building community and building substantial family, it is important for us to be able to define for ourselves the function that we play for each other. Because if we, if we can disappear from our communities undetected, that means that we are holding no function with each other. And that's what's happening, is that it's not that we are disregarded by others, but we have no function with ourselves. You understand? So when we disappear and we're taken out of the equation, it's because we have not established any fundamental functionality with each other. And I feel that is a major piece in tribe building. So where in my logic model does the emotional well-being belong? All right, when we're dealing with mental health, that to me is truly where it resides, because a lot of us who are dealing with social emotional issues or mental illness, of course, or anyone for that matter, our emotions are constantly waving. So how can we put that as a cornerstone of a foundation that should be substantial?
Now, I wouldn't talk, because I'm not even just talking about the people right now. What I'm talking about is, in a sense, I don't even know if I should label it leadership either. But there's always, like, the pastor represents an individual that is supposed to service his congregation. Not necessarily his community. His community is his congregation, because they tithe and they provide a livelihood for him. So he serves as a counselor. He serves as a motivational person. He serves as a voice for the people. But what we have is, we have a bunch of churches where we got just the pastors just speaking to the congregation. It's not the overall community. The whole community be going to hell as long as my congregation come to church. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? That type of stuff we got to move away from, or at least we can't build another mechanism like that. We need individuals. For example, we want people to speak up against injustice, right? We want somebody to be able to be available to in a sense, counsel and do the right thing as far as our community. Then we as a community need to be able to provide a space and a time for that individual. You know what I'm saying? Because in the conscious community, what you often have is, you have individuals who put their very livelihood on the line to speak up for the community, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, and they become the go-to person, and everybody depending on that. But once, like you said, once that individual becomes unemployed or unemployable, we just kind of turn our backs on them and wait for the next person to come up. It's sort of like, you go out there. No, you go out there. You know what I'm saying? And whoever is dumb enough to go out there is the one that get ate up, in a sense, or can be ate up by the system. And the thing that the Nation of Islam did,
is that we need, you look at myself, all right? There would be no Black Phoenix movement without me. Not because I have such a great idea or I have so much intention for it, but because of the history that I have now and understanding firsthand with how systems deal with people like us. So for someone who's been sucked through the the wheels of the machine and spit out, and who survived it, and who's learned from it, but it is people like that who can bring edification to those who are just speculating on how this machine works or what it's intended to do. Because you would be amazed at how many people I have to start from just ground zero with an understanding, to be able to understand the complexities of where I've been to come across this, what I know to be true about the system. It's because, I've had firsthand, I've been basically made a ghost in some parts of my life where if I didn't show up to any of it, no one would know. And it was all due to the treatment of the system. So if you have not experienced that, once again, you can't teach what you don't know and you can't lead where you won't go. However, when it comes to community, they don't know the difference. So if somebody's running for a city council and they say, this is what I stand for, well, this is where I understand an argument of someone saying, well, that person hasn't been tried. But at the same time, it just is what it is. So I waited out and I wait to be chosen by people who number one, has experienced me or has at least understood the growth and the transformation that is taken through suffering. You understand? And one thing that is constant in that, it is that it's the suffering that causes a warrior, that creates the warrior. And so, through the initiation process that you provide, it's what allows us to prepare for once again, the things that I've gone through, to be able to draw towards the principle and the things that you believe, to be able to fortify your existence while you are at war, while you are in battle, and while you're being attacked.
So, and it's like, and because I need to make sure that people hear me. I'm not just talking about funding people to run for office. I'm talking about that we have to create within our community, within our tribes, individuals that are totally dependent on the community. And as scary as that, because, as scary as that could be, totally dependent on the community for their livelihood. So they could say what needs to be said. They could say what Joe the teacher can't say. They could say what the politician that we might have in a place can't say. They could say what the common worker person cannot say, and say that they represent this group, this family. I represent this shit, so I can say this, and I'm not concerned because y'all can't fire me. You can't do nothing with me. I'm gonna eat. My house, my family is good. We straight. You know what I'm saying? And as a community, we have to build that up, like, what I'm saying? And like I said, in many ways, we had to come up with ways around this. Those of us that's been active. But it's time, many of us, we getting too old for this. Right? So we have to prepare the next generation, and we have to start getting them ready and get them to start understanding there is certain things that are necessary. Like, for example, you was talking about the whole tithing process. You know what I'm saying? How, for me, I have to start asking people the question, how the fuck are you conscious, but you're not giving anything. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of YouTube scholars now. We got a lot of motherfuckers who sit on the side and read and do absolutely nothing. They got all the history, they got all the knowledge.
I got my super DVD.
I got all of it. I got Dr. Ben on DVD. I got Dr. Naeem Akbar. I got the stuff that nobody ever seen. We got all these scholars All these individuals with just knowledge. And for me, we are coming to a point with all of the opposition that's going to be hitting on the reparations movement and other stuff as we start doing it. We need to start having a clear break between who's real and who's pretending. And have both of us, and if need be, have both of us point at each other doing battle. You know what I'm saying? Because it's beyond me how you could be in the city. I mean, it's beyond me that we don't have anything established as far as black consciousness in Columbus. At one point in time, it was the African Center for Study and Worship. You know what I'm saying? But we had to let that go because that generation, they did their thing and it faded away. But that institution, because that institution was different than any other institution, because in a sense, many people, at least for a while, were able to support themselves off of the African Center for Study and Worship. And it's time for us to start thinking about creating something very similar. And I'm not talking about, because immediately what we're going to get people calling in talking about grants and shit. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. There has to be, these individuals have to be able to create a value that the community looks at and be like, boom, we gonna invest in this. I ain't buy. And we have to decide as a group, there's going to be certain things that we just don't buy from other people. Just corner the market on certain shit. When if it's Hubba Bubba Bubblegum, I don't care. We decide that there is something that we will not purchase, that we're going to purchase, that we need to purchase, but we're not going to purchase it from anybody else but ourselves. And work to vertically control the whole thing. Workers for, on behalf of protect the community purpose, plans, and practices. Because we got a lot of them. Shouts out to Miss Kim. That was Miss Kim trying to call in, but the lines obviously aren't that good in Wazadoogle. She might be in Senegal today, though. But, and because in order for the work that we doing, family, because this is what I'm trying to get people to, we getting to a point where we need to start collecting email addresses. We need to start collecting numbers, because if you see some of the stuff that's coming down from the artificial intelligence, that's coming down from YouTube and Facebook and stuff like this, voices like mine may soon have to find their own area. So, I'm going to let you go while you can, Sister Kim. Go on, get it in, girl. Welcome.
Thank you. Hey, guys. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you. Family hooked me up. I'm straight right now.
That's good. Yeah, I'm here. I'm in Senegal now. I arrived in Senegal yesterday.
So what's going on?
I'm here with my husband. Let me see if he'll say hi. Joe, say hi.
Hey guys, what's up?
How you doing? How you doing today?
How about you?
I'm doing good. How is the wine business going?
Well, the wine business is kicking.
Now, do you have a winery? I mean, like, you grow the grapes and everything?
Yes, we have a winery, but we're not using grapes. We're using fruit from Africa.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to get over to Senegal. I want to meet you because we gotta start getting these products in here.
Definitely, the doors are open for you.
Yes, sir. Man, so back to the conversation at hand. So we are on Happy Father's Day, by the way. To everybody out there, if you missed it, happy birthday to Wisdom. If you out there listening, if you just happen to go by, y'all see my son, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tell him happy birthday. We have the Gye-Nyame Journey Mall coming up on the 29th, and we may have a major announcement. I'm just biding my time right now, family. You know, Sister Jill, she says bring creative value to the community. Exactly. I mean, because we have to do that, and we have to corner certain markets. It's certain things that people in our collective cannot do. No, I mean, and it's deeper than, I mean, because we want to get on the moral shit. It's certain economic rules that we need to put in place, just simple ones that can generate jobs. This is what the United States does with policy. This is why the president, Donald Trump, is having beef with China. Because he understands, I mean, because really when you think about it, it's about trade. The whole shit is a trade war. All right, well, motherfucker, we won't send you soybean. Well, we won't send you T-shirts. Well, we don't need your sticky T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? But all those things, the soybeans, they create jobs. And the thing we have to take control of over our tribe. This is why I say, because one of the reasons that as Gye-Nyame, we went from Gye-Nyame Nation Builders Club to Gye-Nyame Tribe was because the whole aspect of the nation piece was an illusion. We ain't got no goddamn nation. So I'm not going to keep on screaming Nation Builders Club when there's no, we ain't even operating functionally as a tribe. A tribe is basically a miniature nation with a stable, historically developed community of people with territory, economic life, distinctive culture, and language in common. We got a language in common and a distinctive culture, but we don't have no economic life. And we don't have no territory. Well, we got territory now. We got territory because right now I'm talking to you on territory, right? We talking to you on the territory, but we're going to have to extend this territory eventually. But then now what we have to create is economic life. And we don't have to do a community-wide, family, because this, listen to me. Please listen to me. Oftentimes we come with big dreams thinking that we're going to affect the masses. But why not just affect your circle? Because if we have an agreement and people see that the agreement that me and you and 5 other people have is producing for us, this will encourage them to want to be part of that agreement. Do you understand? We can develop.
Yeah,
We could develop the same ties that countries have between each other. We have a treaty. All right, listen, I'm not buying no more wine for a great wine, boom, boom, boom. Sister Kim, the only wine that I want that I will purchase or that our circle is going to purchase is going to be from you. Boom.
allow do it.
That's what groups do. They combine the buying power of their group. They can't control everybody else. You control the buying power. Nobody in our group will go to any other barbershop but your barbershop. But this is what we need from you.
Hatim,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm totally on board with that, and I kind of believe that I lived my life that at least I did when I was young, coming up, getting a house and everything. We decided we would only have black people come to our home to do work. We would only hire black people to do work. And that's how we did it. I only took my kids to black primary care physicians, black primary dentists. All their primary care was black. So, yes, you can do that on the third. That's cool to do that. I'm not saying I'm a unicorn. I'm not. You got a lot of people like that. The problem with us is we don't have enough people that we turn. We need to start turning people over. It's fine for us to preach to the choir, but we need to start converting more people.
And you know
what's major about that?
Go ahead.
You know what's major about that is that we are moving away from the age where a craft that's being passed down generational. And let me qualify what I mean. Like, Sister Kim is talking about, having only black people come and working in her home, right? Now, if she needed a plasterer is someone who can put a wall up without drywall. All right?
Yeah.
So this is the old school way.
That's old school.
Of how the ceilings was hung and the walls was, and you know what? If you knock one of those walls down and you put a measuring tape to it, it's exactly to the centimeter of what it's supposed to be without using drywall. That is a craft. How many craftsmen do you know who is able to do that today?
I could do that.
Right?
Yeah, true.
Right? So
You're right.
you can get a drywall, you can get a laborer any day of the week. But for someone who has spent their life as a craftsman, my grandfather, as a master carpenter, was a craftsman. All right? So when it comes down to it, you can have all the finished carpenters that you want. Can they make these cuts? Can they make these, can they make the wood look beautiful like they did back in the day? Or do you have to just
No, you're right. You're right. Over 60, if they can, they over 60, pushing 70. We don't have people who can do that now. They all.
Well, we pushed them all.
Yeah.
We pushed all the kids to college.
Right.
Really, we pushed all the kids to college. You know what I'm saying? We was going.
But look at what else is happening, Hatem.
Go ahead.
And even the same way as down south, we had the green thumb because we were cropping, right?
Mm-hmm.
We took those kids up north to college. That's what the northern migration happened. So now you got people like my auntie who's the matriarch of the family now, who went to school, got her degree, taught business for 30 years and retired from it. But then we look back at the family, and the family has no business.
Ain't that something? Now let me address the issue with the conversion. One sure way to convert people is success. Now, because how can I put it? I'm talking about starting with tribes, small groups of people. And what attracts, I think, if we are able to show success with that. But now, what we got to understand is, because I don't want to just give you my business because you black. I want to give you my business because you in my tribe. I have a responsibility to you, which means you have a responsibility to the group. Because one of the things we run into is that people will take advantage of the fact, well, you're coming to me because I'm black, and boom, no, you have a responsibility as a tribe member, because we have to share values. And what I'm talking about is producing a simple system that is already available to a majority of us where we live right now. Except I don't think that we're looking in to see who has the skills that we need, or who has something simple so that we can start creating small flows of income, so that we, you know what I'm saying, so we can have some survival money. Goddamn, I mean, because it's getting serious around here. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I gotta start cutting back. I'm operating 2 phones right now. Shit, go ahead.
No, I totally agree with you, and everything you're saying, I totally.
You breaking up real bad, sis. You breaking up real bad. So it's one of those days with the line. Hold on. Go ahead. All right. Sister Kim is breaking up real bad. So now I know some of y'all got some. We're gonna come back to the conversation once her line clear up. But I know some of y'all got some good father stories.
Yeah, and you know what? I want to let me finish that thought, because I didn't take it full circle. Because you look at once again, we moved away from the sharecropping up into the college thing, up into the business piece, and now we come around to where, as tribes, we become a part of each other's story. So now you, Hot Tim, at 3,500 refugees, and your people have made a way for the young folks to understand how to grow again, right?
Right.
And because they're growing, they're feeding their families these greens, and these are the things that, once again, should be the cornerstone of, of tribes. Not just our economic system, but our physical well-being, our intellectual well-being, our economic and spiritual.
I agree.
Can you guys?
We can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want to add on to the growing. Because my husband to Africa was because we were into agriculture. We first came here. So we did a lot of classes in agriculture, organic farming. We did a whole program, a year-long program of how to do organic farming before we came to Africa. So we've done a lot of work with that. And from what I know, it's not that difficult to learn how to farm. What we need to do is tandem of teaching our how to farm and teaching our kids how to buy land. Hello?
Yeah, you broke up.
Okay. So,
don't get frustrated.
no, I'm fine. Because on my end, I don't hear the break. You guys hear my break. I don't know if you heard what I said.
We heard you about how before you came to Africa, you had a program where you taught all the kids, where you was teaching.
No.
Go ahead.
No, we weren't teaching kids. Me and my husband took a class. We did a program as a couple. It's called State Line Farm Beginnings. They have this program in every state where they teach you how to become farmers. Hello?
We listening. Go ahead.
Okay, so we did that program in the state of Illinois because I'm from Chicago. We did that program in the state of Illinois, and it's a year-long program. It's like 9 months. You do classes every week, and you learn how to be a farmer. And from that program, there were a lot of people in that program. Of course, we were the only black people in that program, but as a result of being in that program, we connected with other black people who are involved in organic farming, most notably Growing Power, that started in Wisconsin, and they also now have a branch in Chicago. They're one of the most black groups organic farming in the Midwest, at least. And can you still?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. From what I observed, is that learning how to farm.
Now, you hold on, slow down. You must be talking about the most important. This is the most important part because the shit is breaking up. But because you talking about getting land now, right? That's what's going on. You talking about getting land.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's why it's breaking up. But now.
No, teach our kids how to buy land without a mortgage, how to own land.
Wait, it sounds like you said how to buy land without a mortgage. Is that what I heard you say? Hello? All right.
Yes, you heard it.
She said one of the things that we didn't learn was how to buy land without a mortgage. And it was one more thing.
Yes. And that's what our kids need to know.
All right. So now, because now, for example, the tribe piece. Check this out. Here in Columbus, because now, not only because there shouldn't be one market day when we do G&J Mall that the urban gems, them young people that's growing stuff in our community, should walk away with any vegetables. See, because the vegetables is something that we could control. The vegetable is something because she just told us that it's a possibility that we can get land without even having a mortgage. And as a group, as a tribe, if we get land and we get our young people working the land, everything that come off that land should be everything that we should be purchasing. So if there's greens in our house or greens on our table, which we know we need to have because that's part of the African heritage diet, then those of us in the tribe need to be having a regular schedule of purchasing these products from these young people. Anything outside of that is a violation. You know what I'm saying? You got greens, but I got my green from Kroger's. Beat that old woman up. Beat her up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because really, this is how serious we got to take it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have never seen an Asian person in an African store buying rice. Maybe because I'm in a small city like Columbus, I may be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I have never seen a Chinese person buying raw rice from us, because we grow a lot of rice. It's outside of their economic outside of their economic best to do that. It's not an economic good thing for them to purchase rice from Africans. And if they do, they're gonna do it under the table and put a Chinese name on top of it. So we got to have certain things that we, as a tribe, will only get from tribe. And it has to be something that we can almost control from the very beginning to the end. And what is more easily to control other than plants at this point in time? A little bit of land, a lot of greens. Hell, we done, at our school, we done figured out how to grow greens without land. We grow it vertically. Come on, fam. I mean, it's not hard. None of this stuff is hard. And I'm not talking about making billions of dollars. I'm talking about at least being able to provide some type of employment for those in our community, so that eventually we could have somebody that can be able to actually be able to maintain and manage these things and be able to be outspoken about our issues. Or at least be able to have some money to throw at somebody's campaign. Because we know when they get in office, they're going to owe us and they're going to have to talk our interest specifically. Or we have enough money to punish our enemies. Just a little bit. If it ain't nothing but a little smear. We'll have more next week. We got to stop playing. We got to stop playing checkers, family, and get into man collar, because I ain't even playing chess. I'm playing man collars. I'm running circles around my competition. I don't have time. I don't have time for all the little rules they got, because those rules don't benefit us. You know what I'm saying? All I need to, I'm running circles around them. And family, we already have mechanism. There's no reason why at any given time, urban gyms should have any greens that they have to give away, unless we decide that we're going to do that. Gye-Nyame, as far as Gye-Nyame with the greens, there's no reason why any of that. You know what I'm saying? But, of course, right now we're not at that point. So but I'm throwing that out there. I'm throwing that out there because we really need to think about how are we going to really start moving towards the next level of tribe building, so that we can move to community building, and move from community building to city building, and move from city building to state building, and move from state building to nation building. Because the movement we got as far as the reparations piece, we have to first off be on top of the arguments, but also we have to be able to make sure that we got people like, for example, when Yvette Cornell come on, man, listen. I mean, if you don't do nothing but register for her $2 a month or $2 a week or whatever it is for her newsletter, or you got individuals like that that's doing the real work, young people like that, you know what I'm saying? We need to be making sure that there is money in their pocket because they are able to say stuff and have time to do research to bring out information that is good for the whole. As a matter of fact, I don't even know what happened to, because I ain't seen nothing from her this week. I'm like, what the hell going on? But the lines are open. Say again?
Did Yvette didn't have her Wednesday show?
I didn't see Monday. I didn't see Wednesday. It ain't showing up on my timeline. And I got the bell on. And I went to the timeline. And I still got to see if Tone Talks was on Nia. You know what I'm saying? I ain't, you know, but she hasn't been popping up on my timeline. This is what I'm telling y'all, family. This is why it's important that we start exchanging. When I'm sending out stuff and I'm asking for these email addresses, y'all need to go on, because you know what I'm saying? This is how we get in touch. Text numbers and stuff like that, because I could text you and let you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to start having small pockets of this information so that when they do come hard, people can know what's going on. See, because as far as Gye-Nyame, like, if something happened to me, somebody else on Gye-Nyame will be able to get on the and broadcast a show and let y'all know exactly what's going on. Because that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It boom. How Tim disappeared, the shit don't stop. Kwame can get on, Navita can get on, Miss Tracy can get on, and I'm giving up too much information right now. But we got a whole, hell, Gina. Y'all done seen Gina hijack my shit. Gina could get on and let y'all know what's going on with us. You know what I'm saying? So it's some critical things far as when you're trying to establish a tribe or a nation, even with a family, you know, if they disrupt your communications, you fucked up. If they disrupt your supply line, you're fucked up. And if they get inside the country or whatever and fuck up the economics, you'll never win a war. You'll never win a battle. And what I'm saying is, family, it's time for us to start, you know, we winning battles. We winning small battles. But now it's time for us to move to a whole nother level. A whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, boom, we could take the small little bit of money that we've been able, like, for example, with these holidays, family, y'all don't even know how appreciative I am. Because it's like we could say we're going to do Kwanzaa, and Kwanzaa happens. It's a lot of hard work. But we've been meeting our goals. We can say Malcolm X, and we've been meeting our goals. I mean, we've been, in some cases, been arguing. We've been wore out. But you know what I'm saying? We have not, while I've been around, I don't know prior to, while I'm back active, I don't think we have walked away owing anybody. And I can at least speak for the Malcolm X Fest. We ain't owe nobody shit.
Let me put more water in there for you.
You want to put some more water in there for me? Would you please? I greatly appreciate that. You could use the big jar in there. You know, just take this to that. Right? That's why I brought it up here. You ain't got to go. But if you want to go downstairs and get the bottles, you can. So it's real life here, Gye-Nyame journey. I'm raising my babies at the same time out. I'm trying to raise the tribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the tribe up. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get to 100. Gotta get to 148. Cause at 150 it's right. But yeah, and it's been all because of the community, and we have people out there. It's just a matter of, because like I said, one of the things that I'm working on this week and working with brother Philippe is I'm going to streamline a lot of stuff so that a lot of the funds we can start actually having, You know what I'm saying? We can start making more funds because there's so many people around me with so many talents that if I learn how to work this internet properly, rather than, because I'm throwing stuff together like haphazardly. And my challenge.
What happened
Nothing. What you mean?
to that?
Because you've been twisting it, man. Give me a cup. I'm sorry, it's real life at Gye-Nyame Journey. My daughter just twisted damn. Take a breath out, Tim. Breathe. How do you buy land without more? See, Miss Jill asked the question. How do you buy land without a mortgage? And that's something that we're going to talk to. We're going to have an opportunity to talk to Miss Carswell about. She ain't, and it's like, there are land banks, you know what I'm saying? And there are ways in which we could go and use raised garden beds in some of these city sites. And we just take command of it. But what we got to do is train our young people to understand that, this is more than just, I need a bigger cup, Gene. I don't know why you brought me this little cup. It's bigger than just this. What you're doing is bigger than just growing greens, brother. Sister, is bigger than that. Y'all, this is actually a career path that you could go down. Because if we could guarantee, like for example, just if we were able to guarantee 1,000 people per month will buy a certain amount of greens every month, because we got more than 1,000 people in Columbus, at least 1,000 black people. I don't know why you keep coming with these cups like this, baby. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Here, give me the top. Oh, I got it. Where's the? All right. Excuse me for a second, family. I gotta do this. Is there? Can you go get me a screwdriver, please? So we can make sure it don't come loose again. But yeah, what if there was 1,000 people that was able to order from these young people every week? I need a flat one, not like this. That were able to guarantee that they will be able to order from these young people every week. And they keep the gardens going all year round. We got all these towers spread out throughout the city. And they were able to keep up with the demand. And in order to keep up with the demand, this means that they will have to buy more towers, which means that they get more towers, they produce more. If they're able to produce more and people are continuously buying from them, then they need more help. They need more help. That means we have to train more young people, which means that eventually we will have to come up with a system where we can start providing from 1,000 to 5,000 people every month with the greens. And with the core group of those people that's buying those greens and saying, look, we will only buy from you. You know why? Because you tried. Give me, baby, it could be a butter knife. Because you tried. We have a responsibility to buy from you. How many young people will we be able to employ? And what other business could spring out from us just taking control of something small like that? Come on, man. Come on, family. It's not hard. Our ancestors left us the way. You know what I'm saying? Through the land. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to eat. And since we talking about staying healthy, what's better than kale? Mustards. Collards. What's better than beets? We talking about staying healthy. What's better than that? What's better than the herbs that they growing? And what about the bees? Because I could buy up all the damn honey my damn self.
Honey sticks.
So, hey, I'm just trying to let y'all know. And because once we get control of the honey, the only next thing we got to get control of is the water. And there's plenty of land out there close to Columbus where we could buy that has water rights. And we could pump that water up and we could distill it and we could control ambrosia from the bottom to the top, just like we would control the seed from the bottom to the top, because not only would the young people be be growing the stuff, but they will also be learning how to get the seeds so that they will be able to continue farming for little to no cost and feeding the community. And then when you feeding people, family, it put you at a whole nother level of control. All right, here, let me but family, I'm gonna get up off of here, and I'm gonna start preparing my meal for the night and start cleaning up this kitchen so that I won't have no problems in my home, because I got 2 steamers operating. My wife seen me bring another steamer. I always keep a steamer. I always try to keep an extra steamer. I got a steamer hiding up at the school just in case.
How much more days do you have?
Huh?
How much more days do you have?
This is my last day. I'm on day 21. I'm gonna be ending my fast today. So tonight, tomorrow morning about at 12:01, I'm going to be eating a little bit. I'm maybe not a full meal, but just enough to break the fast. But anyway, I want to thank everybody who took the time to tune in, having this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just some small things that if we get control of, and that there is very controllable, it's very doable for us. You know what I'm saying? It's just a few things that if we get control of, family, we could change our reality. I honestly believe we can change our reality. We be able to approach some discussions totally different. Because a lot of times, when you are needy, you have to approach a discussion with hat in hand. But what happens when we have a group of individuals that don't have to approach the discussion with hat in hand? That don't have to approach the discussion Happy Father's Day. Oh, my fault. I'm about to say that. But what's up, Miss Keisha Keish? Call your brother. It's Brian's birthday, too. All right. But I'm up. I'm out. We did an hour. No, my fault. We did. That's too much water, Gina. Don't just waste it on the carpet, baby. Be smart. Go pour some of that water in this glass and drink it, man. There's too much water in there. The real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. I'm up. I'm out. First off, I forgot to let y'all know you are standing in the congregation of the mighty. This is the home of the stubborn minority. And, of course, you know your hustle here, your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And the is the last day of the fast, baby. You can do it. I ain't going to actually do it again. It looks so painful. This is a Heart of a Simple production. And, you know what I'm saying? This is another daily toast. And with the toast and talk. And we say, it's a Heart of a Simple production. We strive. To blow up your old paradigms. We are out.